Cattlemen and women already invest a great deal of time caring for the land they live and work on. Unfortunately, proposed regulations from the Environmental Protection Agency is causing a lot of extra stress for producers. We talk with a few members of Congress to learn what's being done about the EPA's overreach in this week's Cattlemen's Capital Concerns.
I think the Environmental Protection Agency is out of control. And you've got bureaucrats in Washington that have never been on a cattle farm, that are no longer simply enforcing rules and regulations and laws. They're trying to write laws. And that's not the job of bureaucrats in Washington. Congress, the people's elected representatives, we're the ones that should be in charge of writing the legislation. The EPA simply should be in charge of implementing it. And this business of trying to regulate dust on a farm is the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my life. And so I've written a number of letters. I've supported a number of bills to limit funding to the EPA in some of these regulatory matters.
The EPA is going too far. We recently had a hearing in the Environment and Public Works Committee. I sit on that committee now, and the administrator, Lisa Jackson, was there, and I just said, look, your agency's in serious trouble. You've just lost confidence. They've gone too far. It's just one thing after another thing after another thing, and they don't seem to be slowing down. I mean, their pace of rulemaking and regulatory action is absolutely unbelievable. It doesn't take very long when I'm out in ranch and farm country, somebody pops up and says, you know, my biggest problem, it's EPA. They don't want to talk about the Farm Bill. I mean, this is now a higher priority than Farm Bill policy, which is absolutely incredible.
The EPA is out of control. My opinion is people making these regulations in the EPA's down the street from here in the lofty palaces have never even been on a ranch or farm. They don't even know where food comes from. And the idea that they want to regulate particulate matter, all in the name of saving us all, is absurd. Dust is something that is here. It's a way of life. And their recommendation that, well, you have these dirt roads on a ranch, you've got to pave them with asphalt of all things, or water them down. Like, yes, we have a lot of water to spare to water down these roads. It's just nonsense. EPA doesn't have any idea what they're talking about. And therefore, all of those regulations need to be discarded. The EPA is a perfect example of a federal government or federal bureaucracy that doesn't understand that the greatest conservationists in the country are the people who work the land. They're the farmers and they're the ranchers.
Contact your members of Congress and take a stand on the issues that have the potential to impact your operation. Doing so is easy. Just visit beefusa.org and click on Government Affairs and get involved now.